Yahoo! おはようございます。Good morning, everybody. Translator の上白大志です。How y'all doing today? That was the first week without releasing a chapter. I feel so bad. But let's get started. To make up for the no chapter, here we are. Continuing to work on the chapter itself. There's really not much to get into, so let's get started. さすが始めましょう。We are continuing chapter 7 from last time. 前回の第7話から、続きです。So last time it was, let's see, blah, 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 blah. Mizuno. Okay, so this is a story from Sago about how things don't always work out just because you try hard. Alright. みきょうちゃんの心境はみきょうちゃんにしかわからないところではあるが、その失望はさすがにあまりある。Of course, only Mikyo-chan knew what state of mind she was in, but it wasn't hard to imagine the despair she was feeling. Poor girl! こんなダメな私にも憧れの超能力があったんだからの全部嘘でしたである。むごい。希望を見せたら叩き落とされ、格差で心が死ぬ。It was practicallyこんなダメな私。Even the hopeless me would be a bad way of doing it. That's not the right way of doing it. Even I, hopeless as I am. So that's bad voice, this incorrect voice, but let's just do this first. Can obtain and gain a superpower. Straight to everything was a lie. Mugoi. Mugoi would be like so brutal. Absolutely brutal. 希望を見せてから叩き落とされ、格差で心が死ぬ。Was so great that the impact enough to destroy anyone's heart. Okay, let's go back and look at this. What we've done with this paragraph. Fun kanji, this one? Mugoi. It's a fun word too. みきょうちゃんの心境は、みきょうちゃんにしかわからない。Of course, only she. So originally I was thinking of making it so only she knew what she was feeling. but we wanted to use the word feeling later on, so it's sort of an alternate. This is the alternate way. Only she knew what state of mind she was in, but その失望はさすがにあまりある。It wasn't hard to imagine how much despair she was in, how much despair she was feeling. It was practically okay. This one we have to look at this. Even hopeless little me, a superpower would come even to hopeless. No, it's all very grand. I'm not very good at. I'm having a little bit of trouble making it sound less grand. Even I can gain a superpower. Who am I to gain a superpower? So the key here is for the I, the pronoun, to sort of be more humble, to make it sound humble. And that's a problem. I'm gonna just highlight this and think about this later because I don't think nothing's coming to mind right now. Alright, moving on. Konbanana. Hi, Sober. Is that a reference to debut? 人の心をもてあそぼうとした結果がこれだよ。心が痛い。This was the result of もう大丈夫だ。なぜって私が来た。This was the result of our attempts to play with someone's heart. To play with someone's heart. 私が切った。何を切った？つまらないものを切ったんでしょうか。Shit. There's two 心。It's heart. This is the result of our attempts to play with someone's heart. It pains my heart. It's so stupid. 心が痛い。I was just being a dork. I'm glad you got the reference. He understands the meme. Of course I understand the meme. It's an older meme. Just don't bring me one of those newfangled TikTok memes. I don't know those. Older ones, maybe I know me. Kokoro ga itai. It pains my heart. It's a result of our attempts to play with. This is what happens when you play with someone's heart. When you try to play. This is what happens when you try to play with someone's heart. Nothing good comes out of it. I think I'm gonna do that. That's the only way to, like. Yeah, I don't want to double to change the uses of the word heart. Might think about it later. 敗因は世間知らずの箱入り娘でチビでまだ中学生だからと心のどこかで舐めてかかったからか。 男性陣の演技、アドリブ力がガバガバすぎたからか。両方か。両方だな。The reason for our failure was the reason for our failure because we had underestimated Kyo-chan, thinking her Yamero Jishinが痛い Boomer. It's like when you play with my feelings. I didn't play with your feelings. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Not a clue. The reason was because thinking her 箱入り娘 how do you translate 箱入り娘 not this ingénue. Is this an actual English word? Ingénue. This is clearly from French, but alright. Thinking her naive. Let's just thinking because she had lived a sheltered life, she was a squirt, and she was just a middle schooler. Chibi. いらない this is randomly putting shade on her. There's no need to mention her being a chibi, but you know, she's a chibi. Should I make a chibi? Nah, I feel like it means something different in English. I'm dad. I don't know, man. Probably wouldn't make a very good dad. Question mark. から、その舐めてかかったからか。So the ka makes this like a question thing. So even though it ends with a period, we're doing it as a question mark. It's sort of a question. 男性陣の演技、アドリブ力がガバガバです。Or was it because our guys had terrible acting chops and sucked at ad-libbing. 男性 So again, because we're splitting this into two sentences, even though there's a period, even though it's a comma here, because you know in English split them whenever you can. That's just the way it is. Acting chops, engi ryoku is what I'm doing as acting chops and ad-libbing. Ad-libbing makes me think of Mad Libs. I don't know if you guys have played Mad Libs before, man. That was really fun back then. It was really stupid sometimes, though. In this context, a squirt means small statured, right? Yes. Here you go. Squirts. Okay, that. An impudent youngster. There you go. That's when you. Not this. This. It sounds like a very British term. An impudent youngster. 両方か。両方だな。Probably. Maybe both. Both, maybe. Yeah, probably both. Just put Chibi as SD. Super deformed. What? ここからリカバリーするとすれば超能力を本当に移植して奇跡が起こった。やはり 君の超能力の素質があったんだ。ルートに強引に持っていくことだ。Only way to recover from this situation was to actually implant a superpower. What do we call it? It's just called actually give her a superpower and forcibly go down the a miracle has occurred. You really did have the affinity for a superpower. Got. In English, that's just the way it is. Yes, that's the English language. Is that what I said? Maybe. That sounds like something I would say. Want me to say in BC? Just to make it sound British, right? Impudent. I mean, if you're just saying it by itself, it would be impudence. So I wouldn't know who you'd be saying that to, but が病室に引きこもったみきおちゃんは古いおままごと用の人形を引っ張り出し、おままごと用の包丁で突き刺しまくって、死ね、みんな死ねと呪詛を吐いている。それか泣いてるか。Who was locked up in her room? Who refused to come out? So, who was locked up in her room is a passive way of saying it. Like it sounds like someone is locking her up, whereas here she's locking herself in. So, So it's probably better to say she refused to come out because. I mean, I assume the door is not actually locked because the nurses would have to go in. She is living in the hospital after all, and she does need care. Calm's probably an impudent youngster. That's the impression I get. Is he? That would be you could record a clip and just go, "Calm, you impudent youngster," and then just tag him like out of nowhere. It has the same energy as the stream where the song title was Loser and I just tagged Calm Loser. Like Calm Loser. It's the same thing. Like you can record it and just tag him. See how he reacts. Mika-chan, who was refused to come out of her room, had pulled out an old doll. So, omamagoto yo no ningyo. So, in Japanese, it's specifying that it's a doll for playing house. But in English, I don't think we really need to specify, especially with the context that would be given. And an old doll and a knife. Well, okay. Let's combine it together. Never mind. Let's combine it together. Omamagoto yo, because it's used twice. So an old doll and a knife for playing house. There we go. For playing house. Omamagoto, playing house. Was fiercely stabbing Nope. Let's do it a different way. I pulled out an old doll and was stabbing it furiously with a knife for playing house, cursing the entire time. cursing. 呪詛 hexing it. Is hex a verb? Can you hex something? To practice witchcraft. It is a verb. Put a hex on. Cursing it the entire time. So cursing the entire time makes it sound like she's saying she's swearing, but that's not what's happening. She's cursing it. Yeah, she's cursing it the entire time with lines like "Die! Everyone should die." That or, and let's do that for emphasis. She was just crying. Impudent equals namaiki. Sort of. Yeah. Life for playing house doesn't seem like something we would say. That's a good point. But we have to clarify that. Oh, okay. And a toy knife. Because we want to clarify that it's not like a real knife that she's stabbing into a doll. That would be something else altogether. That would not be appropriate for a hospital room. Oh, rope. My bad. This is the one that we didn't want. Stabbing her furiously with a toy knife. Cursing it. It's like, die! Everyone should die! 同情するし申し訳なくも思うが、こんな娘に超能力渡したら虐殺始めちゃうだろう。世界の闇生み出す秘密結晶演じ。I felt for her. Sympathized. With her. And felt very bad for what had happened. But giving a girl like this a superpower was just asking for. Yes, a hex is a verb. It depends on the content of what you're saying. As she's attempting to cast a spell, she's swearing. She's cursing it. She's like die, like a voodoo doll. I would imagine that's basically what she's doing. Knife for playhouse in a hospital room sounds like a scalpel to me. It has to be a toy knife. Let's say toy knife. Its scalpel is an actual knife, man. Those things are sharp. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that, I suppose. You know, that's what they use to cut people apart, so... Watashitara gyakusatsu massacre. It would be a slaughter. A massacre to happen. 世界の闇生み出す秘密結晶演じ。We want to know part. Thoughts. A secret organization that actually created darkness in the world. World shadows. 世界の闇を生み出す. So he's this is a word play here because 世界の闇 is basically is world shadows. But here it doesn't. He doesn't mean world shadows. He just means general darkness, I suppose. Though it's 今更感は、まあ、さすが。It's a bit too late, I feel like. They've basically upturned the entire freaking world by this point with all the superpowers, but you know, whatever. Stop backseating. No, I appreciate all the backseating. That's what we're here for. Just enjoy the English language. Oh my god, that's not a thing to enjoy. Oh dear, let's move on. おはよう、初見です。誰が初見だよ。誰じゃ。覚えてるぜ、お前。マッチポンを仕掛ける前よりいろいろ悪化してしまったミキオちゃんを何とかしようとアマテラスのメモは動いた。Everyone in Amaterasu try to help in some way. Okay, I'm gonna need to type this out and then figure out how to splice it together. So, マッチポンを仕掛ける前よりいろいろ悪化してしまったミキオちゃん who was in a worse state than before the put-up job. Every amateur has moved. Try to do something about. Try to contribute and do something about Mikio-chan, who was in worse state than before. Who was Iroiro Akashi, who was in a worse state than before the put-up job. I think we can just drop the Iroiro. In different ways. Like she's in a worse state in different ways. But you know, whatever. Doesn't matter how many ways. She's still in a worse state. Whatever. まず、しげじは毎日花束やお菓子やおもちゃ、漫画を持って見舞いに行った。First was しげじ who visited every day with flower bouquets, お菓子、snacks, toys, and manga in hand. みきおちゃんの主張で面会謝絶状態なので看護師さんに病院に受付で追い返されるのだが、しげじが入った後に見舞い品だけは看護師さんが病室に入れてくれる。Under Mikio-chan's request, Mikio-chan was refusing all visitors の主張で、basically, like, because of her request, she was in a no visitor state. You know, whatever. She's refusing all visitors, you know, whatever. We simplify that. Because she was refusing all visitors, he was turned back every time at the reception by the nurses, but the nurses would at least pass along the gifts after he was gone. Do we need to particularly go through the sentence? It's a bit of a long sentence. Nah, I think 看護師さんに病院受付、reception nurses 追い返されるのだが because so だが so that's the because blah 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 turn back by the nurses at reception. しげじが帰った後、見舞いだけは病室で入れてくれる。Nurses would at least pass along the gifts after he was gone. Yeah, pretty straightforward. そして、みきおちゃんがそれ物入れに蹴り入れるまでがルーチン枠。After that, it was now customary for Mikio-chan to kick it all straight into a monoire, like a drawer? Like what would she have in a hospital room? I mean, she lives in a hospital room. I imagine she has a closet. Wouldn't all fit in a closet, would it? Straight into a drawer, I suppose. Then the kicking is a bit weird because how high can you kick? How high can you kick a flower bouquet and then make it land straight into the drawer? Like you would have to like open the drawer, put the bouquet on the floor, kick it really high, and hope it falls in, and you close the. I don't know, whatever. I can't imagine anything else. Closet sounds weird. You can't put everything into your closet. Closet is for storing your clothes, man. Container. Into a box. Into a storage container. Storage container sounds so weird. Yeah, whatever. Let's do that for now. Whatever. The kicking is a bit weird. But it's funny. The kicking makes it funny because it's like she doesn't care enough about it, so she kicks it. But anyways. トウカちゃんは嘘を感化し、見て見ぬふりをしていたことを謝りに行こうとしたが、しげじと翔太くん必死に止めた。トウカちゃん wanted to go apologize for overlooking this lie and not doing anything about it and letting it happen. But Shigeji and Shota-kun desperately stopped her. Desperately convinced her otherwise. Desperately convinced her to not do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. 今の状況で、蚊帳の外で見ていただけの女に、ごめん、全部知ってたけど、黙ってた、などと謝られたら確実にぶち切れる。At this point in time, if a if an unrelated stranger, so here is this onna, right? But we're just gonna make it a stranger because what matters more is not so much that it's a onna, but that it's a stranger. It's someone who's unrelated. To say, hey, sorry, I knew about everything, but kept silent. Kyo-chan would definitely blow up. The word storage may be unnecessary. People don't really have storage containers. They have boxes, containers, drawers, closets, and cupboards. Into a box. Ah, I clicked the wrong thing. To a box. Yeah, okay. Sure. I honestly am having difficulty thinking what you would kick something into because I don't kick things. I properly place things because that's how you do it. それでも怒られてもいい。そこからまたちゃんとした関係を始めたいというトーカちゃんには、あの病院は妖怪が出るからと言いくるめ、怖がらせ、おとなしくさせておいた。ちゃん still insisted on going. Saying that she was resolved to be yelled at. But still wanted to start the relationship afresh. Okay, I'm missing a subject. God damn it, Japanese! Why you do this to me? By which I mean, told her that yokai appeared in the hospital. Ikurumeru. Kurumeru. To talk her out of the idea. So the question here is this Sago or is this Shigeji and Shotaku? The two. Let's pin it on them and make it their fault. お前らのせいにする。You talk her out of the idea. 昼間に行けば看護師さんに追い返され、夜に忍び込もうとすれば妖怪が出る。幽霊と聞けばアグレッシブに突っ込んでいき、成仏させようとするトカちゃんも妖怪は怖い。幽霊や世界の闇と違い、妖怪は生きていて、不殺主義のトカちゃんには殺せないからだ。If she went during the day, she would be turned back by the nurses. If she tried to sneak in during the night, she would bump into yokai. Whereas she had no qualms about she would not hesitate to charge at a ghost and make it jobutsu. Make it move on. Make it rest in peace. Go to heaven. And help it move on. And forcibly help it rest in peace. Even Toka-chan was afraid of yokai. After all, they were alive, which meant she could not hurt them. In defiance of her no killing policy. Yokai would probably need a footnote, right? 多分必要になるよね。ん? The second footnote. What was the first one? Ah, okay. That makes sense. Yokai. Let's do a quick one. Yokai. Yokai. Supernatural monsters. Monsters, basically. Supernatural monsters in Japanese folklore. Supernatural monsters in Japanese folklore. Like Baba Yaga. Link, please. Thank you. Done. Have you guys watched whenever I hear the word yokai now, I always think of the series Nurarihyon no Mago. I don't know if you guys have watched that one. I used to really like it when it was airing. Sorry, bumped the microphone. Yeah, that was a really good series, I thought. So now whenever I think of like yokai or like hyakiyako, that's what I think. Let me see. Unlike World Shadows and Ghosts, yokai were alive. She could not hurt them. Yep, there we go. It's amazing. I'm glad to see we have a fellow fan here. Like the hair was crazy. The hair was super funny. The hair was amazing. It was like this hair, man, dude, like it just worked. I don't know. It looks stupid if you just think about it normally. Like, there's no way to do this. Like, you wouldn't be able to cosplay this. It would just look stupid. In the work, it worked. In the series, it just sort of worked. It was like, what an amazing mane. Glorious mane of hair. It's your Kurorekshi. How is it your Kurorekshi? This is a good series. Or did you try to cosplay it? If you did, I will laugh. 高2にもなって妖怪が出ると聞いてガチで怖がったのはオカルト人の超能力の実在をよく知っているからだろう。超能力があるなら妖怪がいても何もおかしくない。おかしいです。I think her weird for being actually scared, honestly scared. Despite already being a high school second year. But this was because very likely because of her familiarity with superpowers. The representative everything occult. 超能力があるなら妖怪いても何もおかしくない。If superpowers existed, then it only made sense. Doesn't really. For yokai to also exist. Doesn't actually. I kept getting complaints because my hair was slapping people at the comic fiesta. He actually tried to cosplay it. He managed to do a hairspray. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kudos. Good job. How much hair do you have? You'd have to have really, really long hair, man. とにかくトーカちゃんはおとなしくしていてほしい。これ以上話をこじらせることはない。In case we wanted トーカちゃん to just stay put. We didn't need the situation. こじらせる。Being made any more complicated. Being okay. Complicating things even more. Waist length and 5 cans of hairspray and a very intoxicated cosplayer. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro. 翔太くんも関の漢字。何やらクマさんと相談して、ミコちゃん救済計画を練っているようだが、俺は困った時の必殺技、助けて、カブラギさんを発動させた。翔太くん also felt responsible to be working out some sort of Mikyo-chan's salvation plan with Kuma-san out of a sense of responsibility. But I straight away activated my surefire strategy of help me, Kaburagi-san. My go-to card whenever I got in trouble. Strategy whenever I got into trouble. Yeah, I like the yes, I like how that was ordered, the English. We flipped the clauses a little bit. Yep. カブラギさんならカブラギさんならなんとかしてくれる。カブラギさん。 Kaburagi-san would be able to do something about it. Damn it. No. Stop. Yes, there we go. 魔法城で胸元が大きく開いた紫色の派手なドレスを着て1000年生きた大魔女ごっこをしていた冠城さんに相談すると仕方のない人ねという生温かい目で見てきた後修正案作成に1日が欲しいと言われた。Okay, I am looking at the time. Hopefully we can finish this. Hopefully. It would make it like a very good place to stop. When I visited her magic castle, I found her wearing a flashy purple dress. No, not flashy. Hade. Hade can also mean like a gorgeous, like it's flashy in that it's absolutely amazing and amazing and incredible and astounding purple dress, a breathtaking purple dress, a spectacular I like a spectacular purple dress with a large bosom 胸元を大きく開いた and playing at being a great witch. A 1,000-year-old Daimajo Archwitch. Is that a word? Is Archwitch a word? Let's do it for now. I'll think about it later. After listening to my account, she looked at me with a what a hopeless person. Oh, you hopeless? I don't know. Flexing. Indeed, that's everything about Kaburagi-san. She flexes. Oh, you helpless child. Nama atatakai. Nope, we're dropping it. Told me to give her a day. So just now I was gonna make it asked for a day, but you know, in this position, she's not the one asking. She's the one who's giving. So to give her that's the sort of like authority, a sort of whatever thingy, English word not working in my head. We're gonna make it told her, so she's ordering, sort of ordering. Give her a day to come up with a solution. Right now I'm torn between doing this. I don't think we can do it. I don't think we can do it with 5 minutes. Let's call it a day. Let's call it a day. I will finish this part at least after off air, and then and next time we can resume doing all this part. All right, so that is it for today. Thank you very much for coming. And after this, obviously, Kaicho stream. So we'll be translating for that. So go check that out. Here, this, これ、見るからね。見てね。So yeah, thank you for coming, guys. And hope to see you again next week. Had a great time. Much appreciated. じゃあねー。バイバイ。